It can be hard to ship side projects. Life is busy. It's easy to get distracted and lose focus. I'm going to show you how I use a task board to track my projects and get them shipped. I'm using GitHub projects to track tasks, but you can use any task tracker that has a Kanban style interface. To create a new project on GitHub, we go to the Create menu and select New Project, and then we just click on New Project. I'm going to select Board here and then give it a name. This is the default project view with the default Kanban columns. The first thing I'm going to do is name this view Current Dev. Then I'm going to go ahead and create a new view, and I'm going to name this one Everything. So these are going to be my two main views of the same task list. I'll explain why in a minute. You can set up these columns however you like. This is a project I'm working on currently. This is my main to-do list with dev tasks I have to complete. I usually have a second column here with non-user facing features. And finally, I have a task list for anything that's not a dev task. Sometimes it can be good to have a done column. If I need extra motivation, I'll add the done column there so I can see that I'm making progress. But it can also be good to keep things simple and hide those types of columns from view. I don't have an in progress column like the default, and that's because I generally work on one task at a time. Now, the most important thing here is that you have these two different views. The reason for that is, during development, you often come up with new ideas. And when you first think of something, it's often the case that it feels extremely important and goes straight on your to-do list, maybe even at the top of the priority list. So usually you end up with very long to-do lists with a lot of tasks in these columns. That can really bog a project down. I find it motivating to have a small, achievable list of tasks on your task board. And I found an extremely effective technique is to have this everything board. Generally what I'll do is move as much as possible from my current task list to this everything board. The current task list is where the highest priority items are. That helps keep focus on exactly what needs to be done before the thing can be shipped. And in terms of shipping, ship the smallest possible iteration. And that's what should be on this current task list board. Remove everything that's not on the critical path to shipping a small iteration soon. And having this everything board means you still keep those tasks. You can still track them, you don't have to throw anything away, but it stays out of your focus list. And I often find that something that I thought was high priority wasn't high priority for the current goal, and I move it out of this view and into the everything view. On GitHub, the way to arrange these tasks into two different boards is using milestones. You can create milestones in the issue tracker. I usually have a milestone called current dev with no close date, and that milestone is how I arrange issues into these different boards. Putting an issue into this milestone puts it on the current dev board because we have this milestone current dev filter applied. To move them back to the everything board, all you do is remove the milestone. So that's the most important thing, having these two boards, one with the current focus and one with everything else, and try to keep as much as possible out of the current focus list on the critical path towards shipping. So that's how I project manage myself on side projects and get them shipped. I hope this helps you get some stuff shipped too. Good luck.